Hello and welcome to this YouTube video for Abrsm Grade 5. This is C1, the Abrsm Blues. I'm going to start by playing through it very slowly, and I would suggest that you play along with me to keep in time and in tune and perhaps hear all the slides, which are a problem. And then we'll talk about the finer points of the piece to try and get you as many marks as we can, hopefully. And then I'll do a performance with a pre-recorded piano part to let you hear what the piece sounds like. So let's start with a slow one and try to listen for all the slides. Here we go. We have to count in. We have a bar and then a 3 1/3 beats. So we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, pararam. And if in the second bar you think to yourself 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4, you'll probably be quite punctual when you come in. Subdivide these beats up into up into triplets, and hopefully that'll make you punctual with the piano. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4. And the style of this piece is very, very relaxed. Before you start, check all the slides and check that you have a fingering which allows you to slide on or off the note. Don't run out of fingers, because that's not going to be possible to slide then. If you look at the dynamics, it's basically starts mezzo piano, the upbeat to bar 3. And then in bar 5, we get a little bit more excited. We go up to mezzo forte, and we stay there all the way up to bar 8, where the second beat of the bar, we then start to diminuendo. And make sure that when you have the diminuendo, that for instance the B flat in bar 8, the second beat, that's still mezzo forte. Don't start it quieter. Give yourself a chance to get quieter. And the same sort of idea In bar 5, when you get to the second half of the third beat, you might want to start that B flat just a tiny little bit quieter to give you a chance to make a really nice crescendo into the next bar. The upbeat to bar 9 is mezzo piano again, this very relaxed way of playing. You might want to play around, if you've got flexibility in your vibrato, play around with the sound to make some bits a bit almost slightly flat and other bits a bit livelier. It might make an interesting way of playing the piece. Crescendo in bar 10 on the fourth beat into bar 11, which is 40. And it stays 40 up until the third beat of bar 13. The third beat starts 40 and then diminuendos. The upbeat to bar 15 is mezzo 40, still very relaxed though. And then we carry on to bar number 18. The upbeat has a crescendo, so we're now getting a bit more excited and we're able to make perhaps a slightly more powerful violin sound now in this part of the instrument. And the examiner might like to know that you can make a good violin sound. This might be an opportunity to do this. And bar number 21, the second half of the first beat, we're on a double stop and then we fade away. Bar number 22, the fourth beat starts mezzo 40 and stays that way all the way up to bar 25 when we have a diminuendo and a slide down. These slides down, sometimes called smears. You just don't want to be too fussy about it, it should sound pretty horrible really. That's this general idea. And then with bar 27 we have pizzicati, which is mezzo 40. In general, pizzicati, you want to perhaps up the dynamic a little bit. If it says mezzo 40, think a little bit almost 40. And then we have, in bar 28, we have an accent on the second half of the third beat. Try and look at all these little details so that the examiner knows you've really examined and been attentive to the music. It's quite often a good idea to put your violin down and look at the part without the violin. It tends to make your brain more awake, I think. So pizzicati again, and then we go back to roughly as it was at the beginning. That's the upbeat into bar 39. We have a sort of repeat of the beginning. And it's all much the same there. Bar 48, we want to come out a little bit, be a little bit more prominent. Slide up to that F natural and be, perhaps is the term American, just a little bit in your face here, would be quite good. And then bar 50, mezzo 40 entry, and then the tremolando in bar 51, and then bar 52 with the pause. Do a big diminuendo. See if you can make a real effect with this diminuendo. You might get an extra mark from the examiner. And listen for the piano, the pedal coming off, so that you come off exactly with the piano. That's if the pianist is using a pedal, but usually they are. All right, so I'll do a performance now with a pre-recorded piano part. Here it comes.